Hi everyone. I'm going live early because y'all, I'm still excited about the Ahmad Arbery case. Uh, I just feel like you know, you know. Let's wait a few minutes here. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for some people to enter in. Then I'm gonna get into it. Hi everyone. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come in. I just want to talk for a moment. And while I'm cutting up these potatoes, these sweet potatoes, and but as you guys know, the well, first of all, how is everyone doing tonight? Is everybody cooking? Is everybody preparing for uh, for I felt like it was too much. To be honest, Lala, I feel like it was just too much evidence. Now, I felt like the last guy was going, hey Kendra, I thought the last guy, the McMichael, I mean the elderly gentleman that was recording, I thought he was going, hey Miss Mary, how you doing? Okay. Um, Miss Mary, I thought that the guy that recorded the video, hey Maya, um, I thought that the guy that was recording the video, I thought he was going to be found guilty on all counts. I thought he was going to but he did block Ahmad from, you know, from running away. So I thought he was going to be found not guilty of aggravated murder, but maybe, like, yeah. But I felt like, even the judge knew that, you know, that they was guilty. And for that man Michael dude to get on the stand and say that actually, Ahmad didn't do anything aggressive towards him. He wasn't bothering him, and he actually was running away, and he still killed him. And then you claim self-defense. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Yes, I bet you he do, because when he provided that video, his lawyer was saying when he provided that video, he was thinking that he wasn't a suspect in the murder. He said he was just being a nosy neighbor.
Motion detected at the front door.
Hold on, y'all.
Someone is at the front door.
Yeah, he said I was. You know what I'm saying? Basically, his lawyer was saying that he is incompetent. That he didn't like he didn't understand, and he was just seeing that the McMichaels were riding down the road, and he was seeing what was going on. But you block somebody. You try to hinder somebody from getting away. And because you thinking that he did something, and the man actually didn't do nothing. Child, I'm not worried about no trolls no more. Like I said, I'll give them nothing. Uh, that's just simple as that. But I feel like, it seemed like he was expecting to get off. The one, um, what you say, Maya? Well, good. There's so many evil-minded people in this world. But let me just say this. Be careful, y'all. Your prejudice can end up putting you in jail. Let me just say that. Your prejudice, this is all what it is. Your prejudice or what you see from, even if we black people and do something to another race. Hey, Miss Kathy, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Your prejudice can make you in jail. End up in jail. That's just how I feel about it, because you got a whole gun for somebody that you said you're going to make. You're going to do a citizen's arrest. So yes, this is the win. I'm going to say this. This is a win for the black community. This is a win for the black community. This is. Thanksgiving to you too, Miss Mary. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. But I feel like this. This is a win for our black community. But what does it mean for our black community when we actually killing each other too? It means, to me, it's like I said, it's hypocritical because of the fact that we are taking each other's lives, but you're saying my life matters. Yeah, she gonna get it. The DA is next. She was in. Really? Wow. So you talking about the previous one that wouldn't right, your hate. Yes, your hate will end up in have you in prison. That's for sure. Yes, she was. And that's just jacked up. I had talked about the previous DA. See, this ain't it for those three men. It's not. They got to go to court again for the hate crime. So my thing is to you guys, it ain't that what happened was is not cool. True, Mark. I don't know. I always think that this is. It might be, but it is a win because they know the outrage because of the fact that that video was full evidence to show that, hey, this guy is running from you. Then he decided to defend himself because he probably wondered what you want from me. I ain't gotta talk to you. And when he said I don't have to talk to you, that should have been a reason enough for them to leave him alone and let the police handle it. If he was guilty of anything, of taking anything. Good. And see, I was hearing on the news that they didn't have enough money for a good attorney. That's the reason why they ended up found guilty. But if the evidence truly proved that someone is guilty, the evidence proved that this man is guilty, that video shows that this man actually took his gun. He said that his dad seen Ahmad running down the street. He basically made his own self guilty. If you listen to the trial, he made his own self guilty. I just feel like he made his own self guilty due to the fact that he, so after he shot him, they said he said the N-word. So they already had it in their mind they was gonna get somebody. And and they used to sitting down, flopping down, crying when you know that you pursued someone. And then for I think the dad's defense attorney, she get on there her closing argument talking about his long, dirty toenails, he the cause of his own death. That really just took me out. That really just took me out. Like, how you gonna say that this man what this man dirty toenail got to do? Exactly. I'm just, his long toenail ain't got nothing to do with the McMichaels, and I forgot the other guy's name, killing Ahmad. Even though, like, I knew the guy that pulled the trigger, he was gonna be found guilty on all counts. I knew he was gonna be found. Yes, let me play that for you, Miss Kathy. Let me play that for you. I was just outraged. Hold on, y'all.
Motion detected at the front door.
Y'all, that's just my daughter. Hold on just a minute.
Someone is at the front door.
Hush, hush, hush. Okay, I'm gonna play it now. Hold on just a minute. Let me look for it. But yeah, I want y'all to listen to this opening statement. It was so disrespectful to Ahmad and his mother. Hold on, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this. Here she go. I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on a minute. And tell me what you guys think. Okay, guys, here it is right there.
It is not his own. And running away instead of facing the consequences. Acting erratically when approached and making terrible, unexpected, illogical choices. But a mother's love doesn't fade from that beautiful boy.
Mommy, can I get the mouse chip?
To the young intruder.
Get the chip and then
and sadly, no verdict
can
can change the grief of that future not realized. The hope that he could have turned himself around. Because all we can guess about the young man is that his teenage years were full of promise, but his early 20s just led him in the wrong direction. The facts presented in this trial bear no resemblance to the story that the state told you in opening statement. a 25-year-old who met a brutal death after being chased and killed by residents of a neighborhood who wanted nothing more than to murder him for having the audacity to jog in their neighborhood. Not a single piece of evidence that's been presented to you in this entire trial supports such a hateful and gruesome set of circumstances. Turning Ahmad Arbery into a victim after the choices that he made does not reflect the reality of what brought Ahmad Arbery to Satilla Shores. In his khaki shorts with no socks to cover his long, dirty toenails. There were two sets of decision makers on February 23rd. It is not just the McMichaels decisions that led to this tragedy. And it is a tragedy. I see it in your faces, and I have felt it in mine.
Okay, guys. So that is, that's what she said. She said with his dirty socks and his long toenails. What the hell does that got to do? What that got to do with him being hunted down like a dog in the street? What that got to do with anything? That has absolutely nothing. Talking about there is no evidence. The evidence is the video. Travis McMichael got on the stand and said that he did not do anything to him personally, and he didn't see him do any kind of crime. So my question is, you expect someone to be found not guilty, and you said all Ahmad did was look at a house and was jogging. So you telling me that this boy is just guilty of going to a house, didn't take nothing, just looked at the house, did absolutely nothing. Hey Trisha, how you doing? And you expect, and you come with a big rifle. I would have been running too. You a back of a truck with a big rifle. A back of a truck with a big rifle, running behind this man in a truck. He can't outrun the truck, but he's trying to do what he can. Jesus. I'm just going to say this. They thought that they was going to get away with it because of the fact at first no one brought charges upon them. And then the lady, she got on the stand, one of the neighbors, the one that's over the Facebook group, she was the one that released the video on social media. She's the one that released that video on social media, thinking that, oh, we got the person that, breaking into our neighborhood and breaking in our cars and, taking stuff from that house that's being built. And it was nothing like that. That boy didn't take nothing. Right. And see, they were saying on the news that wasn't a good look. And it wasn't. How you going to make them how you going to say, hey, this just like me. Come going to somebody's house and attacking them. And then they turn around and they turn around and attack back. And then I kill them. Who would be at fault? If I came to somebody's house, who would be at fault? There is no law that says that you can't run in the street. You can't go. I have never went to houses that are vacant but when they have open houses for houses that are being sold, is that a crime for going? Is that a crime for going to a house that is being built and looking at it to see how far they done got in the house? Is there something wrong with that? Did they have a private property sign or do not enter sign? They had cameras. you know. And then for one of the lawyers to get up there and say asking for a mistrial because of all the black pastors that's coming up in the courtroom, because he feel like that's intimidating to the jurors. That's not intimidation. I bet she didn't either, Roxanne. I bet she didn't either. I bet she didn't. When like Miss Kathy said, she was trying to dehumanize him, like he was just some type of Negro on the street, like he ain't nobody child, like he just a thug and he just ain't shit. Let me just say that he just another Negro on the street, basically. That broke in somebody's house, which he actually just walked up in there. That's basically what it is. So that's what she was basically trying to say, like his life wasn't valued. I'm gonna tell you now, folks. Yeah, that was truly out of line. And I was like, they gonna be held accountable for that. And honey, you should see the egg on their face when they seem guilty. Child, Travis wanted to cry so hard. Do you hear me? He wanted to cry so hard. He tried to muster, he had to muster up some tears during his testimony, but he was gonna cry when they found him not guilty. So him and his dad are now, him and his dad are now going to be sitting in jail together because they ran behind someone that did absolutely nothing. Your prejudice and your acts of prejudice, and this goes for our race too. Or if you have something against someone and you chasing them down the street and you run them over because you got a personal issue with them because of who they are and what they represent, will lead you to jail. Let me just say that. Right, Munger? Yeah, for real. Yes, she did. Yes, they did. And you know what I'm saying? All of America was watching and waiting because they let him get away with Kyle Rittenhouse because the judge, he was kind of biased. I feel like the judge was biased. I do feel like the judge was biased in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Thank you, Miss Roxanne. Sometimes I try my best to keep it clean. No, they didn't. They did. They did thought that it was gonna win, but see, I was, I was listening at work while I was working, and they basically was saying that like they didn't have enough money to get off or something like that. or something in so many words. You know, and I'm like, money shouldn't help you get off. If you are wrong, you are wrong. Money shouldn't help you get off. Especially when you killed someone, shot them, and you said that, okay, so Travis said he had his gun, his rifle on safety. He said that this man had enough time when Ahmad, he claimed Ahmad had attacked him. He said he had enough time to, when Ahmad grabbed at the gun, he had enough time to take the gun off safety, cock it back, and shoot him. What do you call that? Y'all know I'm gonna drop the link. If you guys got something that you want to say, you know, there is the link. But you know, you got to be held accountable for your actions. They had to be held accountable because what they did to Ahmad was inhumane to me. Inhumane. Yes, it do. It did help George Zimmerman. But think about this, y'all. George Zimmerman ain't lived in peace ever since. Think about it. He ain't lived in peace ever since. He ain't lived in peace ever since. He been going to jail for abuse and all that. So he'll forever, ever, he will forever have that on him. He may not go to jail. He may not go to jail for that murder, but he will be going. He always in something, and he always in and out of jail. So he ain't got no peace.
Hold on. Let me mute some stuff.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty.
I got it.
Count 4, felony murder. Count 4. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Greg McMichael. Count 5, felony murder.
Hello,
McMichael, guilty.
hello.
Aggravated
Hey.
assault. We, the jury, find the
And
defendant,
everybody in the chat.
It's not echoing or anything, is it?
Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. This 24th day of November, 2021.
All right.
Mr. William R. Bryan. In the Superior Court, State of Georgia versus William R. Bryan. Case number CR 2000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Signed this 24th day of November by the foreperson. Go ahead and see. Court having read the verdicts and accepted the verdicts, anything from the state?
No, Your Honor, nothing from the state.
Anything from the defense?
We ask the jury to be polled, Your Honor.
Hold. Defendants ask the jury be polled. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask each of you individually a set of 2 questions with respect to the verdicts that I have just read. If you could please respond when you hear your juror number. Juror number 1, you have heard the verdicts read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now?
Yes, sir.
Juror number 2, you have heard the verdicts read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now? I think I can't. Okay, 2. Juror number 3, you have heard the verdicts read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now?
Yes.
Juror number 4, you have heard the verdicts read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now?
Yes, sir.
Juror number 5, then, and are these your verdicts now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 7, you have heard the verdicts read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 8, you have heard the verdicts read.
Okay.
Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 9, you have heard the verdicts read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now?
Hello?
Juror
Yeah.
number 10,
Yes,
you have
Christine,
heard
we
the
still
verdicts
here?
read. Were these your verdicts then, and are these your verdicts now? Juror number 11,
Y'all, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead and say what you're going to say. I don't know how to hit this on.
Up, she done popped off.
Yeah, I
She
cut
told
it
us,
off. Go ahead, y'all.
she told us come up here, and then
Yeah,
playing the daggone
what you going to say?
tape.
Christine, come back. I'm sorry. Look. Lala played it. This is me.
Anyway, I'm just mad. I'm just mad about the comment she made about the talk. That didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
And that and his dirty toenail. I thought she said dirty toes, but she said dirty toenail.
Yeah, she said dirty toenails. She said him and his dirty toenails.
So, did she toenails from the autopsy or something? Like, when did they show the toenail?
They probably seen it in the autopsy. He might have fell out of his shoes. But looking from the video, I don't think he fell out of his shoes. So they had to see the autopsy or something like that.
Wow. How do you look at somebody's autopsy and, oh, they toenails is dirty. They got killed. It was running. Like I said, the shoes could have fell off his feet. Who knows? They was fighting and running and going through all that, but nobody had nothing to do with nothing. So it just showed her hate for him and what he represented to her.
Right.
That's a big time Karen comment to me, and that wasn't even needed. I think she put the nail in the coffin with that stupid comment,
Yeah.
and that helped seal the deal of the racism that they are. They are racist lawyer representing them, so obviously they're racist. They got a racist lawyer because it's no way she's not saying something stupid like that. I ain't
Right.
never heard nobody point out no.
I want to mention one thing. Everybody who's a runner or knows runners knows that runners usually don't wear socks anyway. So I don't know what the hell she was talking about.
She don't know what she was talking about.
What was she talking about? Oh, he had dirty toes. Girl, I'm pretty sure your toenails are dirty too. Now I need you to stop
Exactly.
with that nonsense.
With his no socks and dirty toenails. She expressed them socks, no socks and dirty
Exactly.
toenails.
Runners don't wear socks. Runners
A lot of people
wear socks.
don't wear socks. A lot of men don't be wanting to wear socks. It just is what it is sometimes. And so
Right.
she said, oh, you don't wear socks, so you're a criminal, and you don't deserve to walk in our neighborhood or run in our neighborhood because you don't have socks.
But this is a free country, though. You know, we can run and go wherever we want to go unless it's a gated community.
You can run barefoot. You can run barefoot.
Exactly. What that got to do with them hunting them down like a dog in the street?
It just showed her hate. And then when I looked that up, I was trying to see is there a picture of his toes? Where she get this from? I saw all the things that people talk about that comment she made. She's getting clowned for that. That's what she gets for saying something so stupid.
I just feel bad for Ahmad's mother, because for somebody to say something so vile about your
Yeah.
child that is no longer here, like that woman, the only thing that from my understanding, the only thing his mother could do was leave, because I know if it had been me and you just killed my son, bitch,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
about to come across all questions. I'm about to go to jail.
You
know
and
you ain't talking about my
me
son.
both.
I know you ain't talking about, and I don't even have kids. You ain't finna talk about my baby's feet, and he ain't here.
Listen, I know
She would have had to pray. She
did
would have
an
had to pray. That's all I
interview.
can say.
I know Ahmad's mother did an interview about the comment, and y'all continue on talking. I'm gonna find that.
Okay, because I would
Because
have been,
she did
I
an
would have
interview
been. I'm not
about
even a mother.
what the defense attorney said, and she said that
Mhm.
was very appalling to her. Very appalling.
You ain't finna talk about
It
nobody's
would have been.
child
I can't
like
believe she
that.
let it come out as soon as she would
Right.
have said dirty. She wouldn't have got toenails out. She would have.
I
Soon as she
know,
said,
cause
and his no socks and his bam, her lip would have been swollen right there,
yeah,
and they would have been putting some handcuffs on me right then and there.
handcuffs. I would have been
Handcuffs.
like,
Hold on.
it would have been, too
Hold
late,
on. We
because
couldn't listen to it.
she
We
should have
couldn't listen
tried
to it.
Jesus.
I already know.
Because I'd be like, look, I throw hands up in this court. Like I would, yeah, they
Listen,
everybody would have touched me. Like I would have been on the ground talking
listen to
about, don't
this.
tase me. I know not what I do. I would have blackened an eye.
This is Ahmad's mother making she's going to make a statement now.
To the calls from the owner.
We're going to listen to this one time. Hold on.
No one but Ahmad.
Okay, let's listen to. Y'all know Ben Crump is her mother.
We understand the defense
attorney.
counsel has a job to do.
Yeah, you know, Ben Crump got to be somewhere in the picture. Lord Jesus,
That's a tradition of racism,
This is the mother's
victim
statement.
blaming, and really just a lack of scrupulousness. Yeah. I was personally rocked by some of the things said by the defendants. We're glad that today is over. We will not have to hear from them again, and we're looking forward to hearing the prosecution's conclusion in the morning.
When I heard prosecutor the Hoax, she described Ahmad as his long legs and his dirty, long toenails. That was just beyond rude. Regardless of what kind of toenails he had, what size legs he had, that was still my son. And my son actually was running for his life in that description. I thought that was just flat out just rude.
They had dozens of other people who visited at home. Nobody chased them. Nobody said that they burglarized the home. Why is that? Because Ahmad was black? Is that the justification that they say he burglarized the home? He went and observed just like all the other people. But yet, they said it was a crime that Ahmad committed and that this was justified to kill him. And that's the suggestion. That's the reasoning. We're better than this, America. We're better than what we saw, how they killed Wanda and Marcus's baby boy. We're better than this, America. Coming from Kenosha, Wisconsin, we need to see that we're better than this, America. Thank you.
Okay, y'all, that's it. So what do you guys think of what the mother actually said?
Can I go back outside and smack them?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think she was good for what she said. Yeah, because I would have said a lot more.
Smack somebody.
They hit them back. That's all I can tell you.
You just gave to Jayla gonna take it to another level. I'm sorry, Lala. I just heard. Can I smack somebody? I'm like,
I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence. My baby.
Monica said, "Go ahead. You throw hands. Go ahead, throw hands.
Go ahead, Lala. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean nothing.
Go ahead, Lala.
She did better than me. That's what I can say. What the mama did, she did way better than I would have done.
I think she did better than both of us, Lala. Because I tell you, I'd still be in jail.
You be trying to jump over the what's it called?
I would have been having to repent.
Oh, do not confuse my size with my agility. I can get somewhere. I can get places. Like
Exactly.
my ankle may be a little twisted, right? Well, actually, my ankle's better. But I would have look. You would have said something about my child like that, and I don't even have kids. But that I can look at that like my nephew or something. I'm about to lay hands on somebody because you know what? He was running for his life. Yes, he may have dirty toenails, but I'm pretty sure your husband's toenails are dirty too. Next.
And what's wrong with long legs? I didn't hear her say long legs part. I guess she said because that's what the mama said. I said, well, my son got
It
long
doesn't have anything
legs.
to do with the case at hand.
Jealous.
Like
I'm like,
Roxanne was saying, the only thing he would be charged with was trespassing, and life would not be the sentence. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be the sentence for trespassing on somebody's property.
she might as well when I'm saying with his black dirty skin. That's just what she might as well say it to me. The way, just how she was acting. She just knew she couldn't go that far.
But
she knew she couldn't go that far.
No.
That's another thing. Would you really be able to charge him with trespassing when everybody else was walking? Because I think when you're constructing a house, I don't know if you probably can at a certain point.
Yeah, I think it is still, yeah.
At a certain point, but I think if it's like if the domicile doesn't have certain protections, you know, I don't know how you would charge somebody with trespass. Well, I could see, but
if they have
at the same time,
property sign, that's one thing. But if it's just a home that's being built, they had cameras. If he did anything, it would have been
exactly. It would have been It would have been right there. Like if he stole something like that. But that was for the property owners to use that as they right against him. To say, hey, you know, that would have been their right to enforce something like that, and they didn't. It wasn't these three men right to hunt this man down like they used to do to runaway slaves back in the day. Because that's all I thought about. That like you had the truck. I was thinking like horses. I don't know if anybody else was having this vision because I was so horrified by what I saw when I saw this, and then for the one who was filming it was like surreal to me. Like, we still doing that? Y'all still down there doing that? Like,
yeah, it was like
he probably was filming this just in case he thought Ahmad was gonna do something to them because they was already scared going down there.
It was like Rosewood or Mississippi burning or something.
But how you gonna hunt somebody down that you're afraid of?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all the mofos with guns and stuff. Like, are y'all serious? Y'all.
They did it back in the day. They was afraid of us back in the day. They just had packs. They ran in bigger packs back in the day, but they was afraid of us back in the day in the 50s and the 40s and the 50s when they was doing all that in the 60s. They was scared.
That's some bull crap. Like that. I don't. That's just bull crap to me.
And that's why they put it out on Facebook in their little group. But they didn't expect this to happen. They thought that they did something right when they actually did something completely wrong.
They thought maybe that more people would be behind them, because it was a black person in a white person's neighborhood. So, and they little group, you know, because you have to question that little group they were a part of. Like, I don't know about nobody else. I'm just saying I have to side eye that everybody in the group, because you know everybody in the group want to be like, I'm not racist. I got a black family member. I'm not racist. I got a black friend. That there's always one in the group, and it's like, are you serious? That's the reason why you're not racist. That's why you're not racist. Like that's what we got. That's the low hanging fruit you going with right now.
Right, but you know, it just nobody wanted this situation. Well, my mother did because of the fact that she got justice for her son. But the McMichaels, they have to take ownership of what they did. They probably gonna ask the judge for leniency for the older two, because you know the older two, they about 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out, so they looking like, you don't let us stay that long because we ain't got
they
long.
need to stay. They need to stay on in there.
I look at it this way. No, there should be no leniency because
Mm-mm.
if you couldn't do the time, don't do the crime kind of thing. Ain't that
Exactly.
what
They can
they
stay right
ain't that what they be
on
telling
in there.
black folks all the time? Ain't that what they
Yep.
tell us?
Yep.
Every time we do something,
Yep.
if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, same shit go. I don't care how old your racist ass is.
And they
And then
shouldn't
for
be
your
thugs. Ain't that what they say
exactly.
too? They shouldn't be thugs going around
True.
killing people. Oh well, y'all can stay on in
Okay,
there.
well, y'all should be KKK members, but you're still doing that too.
Yeah,
Okay,
stay on in there.
I'm just gonna throw that out there too, because I'm not here for the effery. Like I'm not
They can
here for
stay
the
in there for the
effery.
ones that didn't get charged back in the day that never went to jail. They can make up for it. Stay in there till they die.
Get a little something something for your ancestors in there. You know, like
Yeah,
take a hit for your ancestors. Cause
exactly.
everybody want to be running around. We ain't our ancestors, but y'all still do the same thing.
And they that scared of black men. They don't need to be out anyway. They that scared to go out
Y'all
and
need
chase somebody down,
Hey,
kill
y'all
them.
Dara.
y'all
Y'all
need to stay.
welcome very in.
Y'all need to stay in the house. Stay in the
Mm-hmm.
house and lock your doors. And
Mm-hmm.
lock your doors. That's all I gotta say. If y'all so scared of
Well,
black
they
people,
doors
just
gonna
stay in
be
your house.
locked out, and they ain't the one locking it.
Right.
They little jail
Okay.
cell is gonna be locked.
Right.
I hope that little redhead, youngest one, I hope he know how to sleep in prison because he might be in a world of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Sleep. My thing is don't. My advice to you, honey, is don't drop the soap. Sleep with your butt up against the wall. That's all I gotta say. Don't let
Child, child,
let that.
child.
I'm just saying. Just those two things, and watch all the episodes of Oz. That may come in handy for you. Mhm.
Christine,
You say Oz?
hey,
Oh,
I'm just saying. I mean, that's what I tell people all the time.
that
Like
used to be my show back
ain't nothing at
in the
all.
day, though. That used to be my show.
that's
Old
what I'm saying
Oz.
too. And if you meet Alabisi while you in there, can you give me his
Man,
signature?
Adam Beasy was a beast. He was
I
a
know
beast.
that was my dude. Like,
I felt sorry
yeah.
for him. I can't remember what the little light skinned dude's name was, but I felt sorry for him when he did that to him. He was dead wrong. He was so wrong.
Huh.
So
See,
wrong.
see, see. I'm glad I'm not the only one to watch Oz. I'm glad. Like that would be my and my next thing is if you scared you gonna drop the soap, just don't take a shower because it's less likely they may not mess with you if you always smell funky. They be like, don't mess with the funky white boy. I don't know if that's gonna work, but that's my advice. That's my advice.
He
And
might have
don't
just
fall
changed his
asleep.
name. What's his name? What's the little red hair one's name? Because I don't even watch
Man,
the court case.
Travis,
Travis.
Travis sat down like a little baby that just done hurt, got his feelings hurt.
Well, he better change his name
But
to
Brody
Trevea.
been really,
Trevea. That's gonna be his name in prison. Trevea.
but Barry is right. Brody looked sick through the whole trial. Like, man, I did not expect to be. They trying to separate him from the McMichael, saying he had nothing to do with what they had in mind of killing nobody. They said Brody
oh,
was just a nosy neighbor. That's what they.
okay, but he's the nosy neighbor that had the camera and was cocking a gun in his car. Okay, gotcha.
Mm.
He had a cock in his. I didn't see the
Mm.
video about the gun.
Yeah, if you listen to the video, if you watch the video and listen to it, you can actually hear him cocking the gun. He has a gun
Yeah, I
How
on
remember
you
him.
that
recording
video.
and,
I
and
remember
cocking the gun
that
all
video
at the same time?
when it happened. He
Yeah,
was.
he tried to
Yeah, he
act like he was
was.
an innocent bystander or whatever,
This is very.
but he wasn't innocent. He would, because
Mm-mm.
if you were innocent, then why'd you have a gun? And then why were you cocking your gun? I'm not,
They already thought Ahmad was a threat. Let's just say that.
okay,
They
but
just
at the
wanted to
same,
kill the black dude.
they,
When Trump was in power and he was pushing all this kill black people crap, and they knew they thought they would get away with it. They thought Trump would probably still be president and be rooting for him and stuff. That's what they thought.
yeah,
That's what they thought.
just like Trump had that little meeting with the Rittenhouse boy, After Rittenhouse got on talking about he supported the Black Lives Movement. I'm like, how do you support the Black Lives Movement when you down here shaking hands with Donald Trump?
Father's name
Those
is
two
Greg.
things don't work. Those don't work.
Exactly.
Those don't work.
And like remember when those people ran the people over that was having that march at the time, and Trump was congratulating them or said the other people was bad people. They got ran over by the vehicle. And car ran into those people that was having that march.
Yep, I know it.
So,
And then
yeah,
Trump
and that
didn't
girl
even
got
go to
killed.
the white woman. See, that's the whole
No,
thing.
because he
Trump
said that
didn't
they was
go to
the
that.
bad people.
See,
Yeah, so
so
they thought they could get away with stuff like it.
and that's what I was thinking with that. See, Lala, I was thinking the same thing with what's his name? Like with the with these. I really, to be honest with you, I thought these three white men were gonna get off.
I thought they was too.
I
I
was
didn't even want to read the rest of the. I saw the headline. I said I don't even want to read the bottom because it's about to be a war. Because they already let that Rittenhouse boy off. If they don't let these fools off, it's about to be a war. But Tom told me just look. I said,
I was
woo.
just praying like I was like, man, they can't let Kyle Rittenhouse. They gonna have to let one go to jail.
It's gonna be a war if they don't. They gonna tear up something. If they didn't, if they knew they were gonna tear up some stuff. It was gonna be a whole war.
They had
I was worried for
walking around the courthouse, and then they talking about like before the judge sent the jury to deliberate. You know, the defense attorneys. This was Monday evening when they were saying that the Black Panthers was walking around the courthouse. The courthouse is a public place where you can walk and be free. And the judge was like, well, in order for them not to hear it, you know, they can't hear it. They just hear sounds, but they don't hear what they're saying. So he said he moved them inside room where they can deliberate. That's what he said he was going to do, so they won't hear anything. But they was like, well, the judge, can't you call the sheriff department and detain them? I'm like, Lord, here we go. It was
well, Roddy's attorney, he lost me when I think they really lost when Roddy's attorney that jumped up and talked about no more black pastors in the church.
Yeah.
Or in the court, not the church. In the court, no more black pastors in the court. I was like, y'all lost. Well, then I was thinking, well, maybe they did lose. Maybe they actually, you know, I was conflicted the whole time. I was just thinking, Lord, because if this verdict comes in, please don't let my skin folk who may not be kinfolk, but skin folk, don't let them be down there burning up that whole town. And if they are burning up the town, burn up. See, I shouldn't even say that, but don't be down there. Let me stop myself. I'm about to say something.
Don't burn your own stuff up. That's what makes me mad.
Thank you.
That's what makes me mad. You burning up your own stuff and the black businesses. They're supposed to open their business. You burning that? It ain't hurting them.
It ain't.
Why
you hurting your own community too.
Stupid.
Like
stupid.
That's like being mad at your neighbor. I'm gonna put it in this sense, but and I told this to my dad. Don't make no sense. That's like me being mad at my next door neighbor, and because I'm mad at them, I come and burn my own house down.
Exactly. Does that make sense?
Now my dumb ass ain't got nowhere to live. I ain't got shit because I done burnt my shit down because I was mad at them. If I'm mad at them, why I burn their shit down? So they gotta go find somewhere else to be. Like that don't make no sense to me. Like
I ain't never understood that.
And you know the insurance company ain't finna build the houses back. Like, come on, they ain't gonna build that neighborhood back. That's how. What do they call that? Where the it's not it's something where they have like they move the white people in. Not genocide. Gentrification. They gentrify the neighborhood.
Oh, when they move the black people out the hood and move the white people in.
Yeah. And now the black people that have been there for all their life can't afford to live there no more. Now they gotta go find somewhere else to live.
Mm-hmm.
But
they sell their homes off, but if you don't sell your home off, it's the black folk. They want to get their money and sell their homes off, and then now they don't know where they're gonna go after they done got that little money because they don't pay them much when they buy them homes
exactly.
And then they turn around and sell the homes for double or triple of what they pay them black folks. They do it here in Lexington all the time. They do it here all the time. They're doing it right now. They've been doing it for years. But it's going slow this time. It's not moving as fast as they thought it would. It's just slowly progressing because black people ain't really having it. They're not having
Yeah,
it.
so
It's not as easy as it was prior.
yeah, so that's all I was praying. I was like, just brace yourselves, brace everybody just need to brace it. That's what I was praying for. It's like y'all brace yourselves, and I hope if these men get office,
Then
I
I
hope
thought it was gonna take
please
the jury a week to deliberate. I said it could be
They
after
did it
Thanksgiving.
quick. They wanted it
they
to be done by Thanksgiving, did it?
Yeah.
they,
So
they're like, screw that.
they
You
asked to see that
tomorrow.
video again too. So
I ain't
they
gonna be
want to
looking
get
at your
through.
sorry face tomorrow. That's what they
Man,
were thinking.
that's
They're
what yeah,
like,
they wanted
we
to eat.
and they didn't want to be the reason why the whole state got burnt down. They were like, look, we can't do that because
Yeah.
we already done let the little white boy off who down here who up there killing white folk. That's the crazy thing about it. That little boy killed 3 white folk and got away with it.
It's like they don't back.
3.
Well, you know they didn't back even back in the day when they marched with us. Well, with our people, I always say us, but when they marched with our people back in the day, they lost value. They would have had less value than the black person that was marching.
They
You
ready
know,
for turkey. I
you know
know.
what you know what they was called back in the day. If you taking up for the
I
black
know.
folk,
They still call them that these
yeah.
days too.
I
So
watched this movie. I
yeah.
watched this movie, Selma,
But you
Lord
don't understand.
Selma.
That's what I'm saying. That's but you know that's a new normal now. That should be a new normal now. It's like a lot of interracial dating now. It's a lot
It
of
ain't not to them. They still it's still deep rooted to them. That hate is deep rooted. That's a
uh,
deep rooted thing.
that's what I'm saying. But why you have so much deep rooted hate for a race that absolutely did nothing to you? You just hate them because of the color of their skin.
No,
Really?
no. I'll tell you why they hate us. They hate us because of the. We don't even realize how much power we really wield in this whole
Mm-hmm.
situation.
Yep.
We don't even use our own power
No,
correctly.
because we're too busy killing each other in the street. That's why I said we won
We
this.
don't.
But check this out. Check this out, Christine.
But
Yes,
they
we
kill
won this
themselves in the
fight.
street too. They
But
be out there.
when we're gonna fight the war against us killing and tearing down each other? When we gonna win that fight?
The
Yeah.
same
We
day.
know that they
The
kill each
same.
other too, but they're the majority. But they're not really the majority because the
They're
Hispanics
not
is
the
taking
majority
over.
no
Yeah,
more. They nervous
Hispanics
now.
have taken
They
over, but they still a majority over black people. They more than us, and so us killing people each other makes it worse because we're the minority, and we
Right.
shouldn't. We need to want to grow instead of taking each other out. Need to grow to the majority.
Child, it gets to the point where we're jealous of each other because you don't want to see this person win. We want to kill. Like I said with the when Young Dolph died, who's gonna march for Young Dolph? Who gonna march? That's why I said, what does this mean to the black community? Yes, we won this issue with Ahmad. Yes, that's a win for us. But what does it mean for our black community? It tells us that we can come together and be something if we come together, besides the fact of fighting for someone that has been killed by a police officer or a white man. What about the times that we killing each other out here on the street over a game, over a gun, over some weed, over some crack, over any
well,
stuff?
Over a
I
woman,
I
over a man. That's the main
Yeah,
two things. Over a
I
woman, over
think
a man.
I think one of the problems we have as a whole is one is some of the now as you get older, well, some of us older folks have given up trying to tell the younger folks stuff because they don't want to listen because they think they got all the answers. And I think also they're indoctrinated by all the music with the low vibrational music. They don't if you really listen to their music, it is not very positive music at all.
Mm-mm.
They out here
Mm-mm.
doing the most and don't even know what they doing. They out here it's just too much. They do too much, and they ain't trying to hear nobody. And then I had one little 20-some-year-old tell me, I'm never gonna listen to somebody who's 40 years old because they don't know what. And I was like, look here, little girl, I'm 40-some years old. You should be listening to my butt because the way you going, you ain't gonna get to see what I am now. Like, and if you do, you're gonna be broke down, tore up, and left to the side. So I'm trying to prevent you from having a hard life, and you don't want to hear that. And so I think it's upon some of us older people to try to help and bestow some knowledge to help these younger folks out. But the problem is some of the older folks up here with us, they be walling out and they be doing stuff that's just I find to be disgusting. Sometimes your
Yeah,
time
some of
has
them just as
passed.
bad as them, just as bad as their
Exactly.
kids,
And
or worse.
you gotta let you like me. I'm never gonna compete with no 20-year-old. And I was trying to tell people that I'm never gonna compete with no 20-year-old. My time has passed. My time of running the streets, being a fool, acting like I ain't got no damn, that has passed. So now that I'm grown, like I'm actually grown now, and my turn as an auntie is to bestow all the knowledge that I have learned of my wild behavior so you don't have to walk that path. So you can get ahead of where I left off. I have crawled so you can walk. And then your job is the next generation to pass it on to them so they can run where you walk. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of that not being done. And I don't know how to get people to understand that, but that's just my take on things. And I think that's the problem. That's the reason why we in the position we in, because we're not taking the time to support and help each other. Because you will always notice with white people, and with white people especially, and I was watching this time after time. It don't matter with white people; they will go and help the young kids out, and they don't care if it costs them money. They will go volunteer and help little kids out because they understand they're passing on their legacy. Now I've seen black men that should be passing on things. They're like, oh wait, how much you gonna pay me? It shouldn't even be about paying nobody. It should be about you paying it forward
Exactly.
for the next generation. And I think that's where we as a whole are messing up. Because I volunteer my time all the time and I don't get paid for it. But I don't expect to get paid for it. You know how I get paid? In the hopes that somebody I touch goes on to be a great person and goes on and leads the next generation to a better place so they don't have to be down here having to deal with this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? That's where I want to lead in my wake, in my passing. That's what I want to bestow on young people. I don't want to compete, and I'm not trying to compete with no 20 something, no 26-year-old. I ain't got 26-year-old knees no more. Okay? I ain't got time to be running these streets. Look, let me
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, it was just
Look,
better when we were younger. We had a lot of positive older role models
right.
that told you stuff about Africa, told you stuff just about black unity and civil rights. They taught you all those things. We had that type of stuff in our communities. I don't think nowadays a lot of communities that they don't have those programs and all the stuff we were lucky enough to have for
Now, you know
free in
what?
our
You know what?
community.
You know why? You know why though, Lala? I don't mean to interrupt you. You know the reason why? Because they're losing funding.
Yeah,
Nobody
purposely,
wants to support.
purposely.
Yeah.
So
Purposely.
that's
Yeah,
why it's
I agree
falling
with that.
apart. Because even people didn't have hope at home. They had somewhere they could go, a community
Hmm.
center somewhere, and get some hope and try to be somebody in spite of people telling them they couldn't be nobody. That they went to
But
those meetings or we had black achievers. I don't even know if they still have black achievers, but stuff like
Right.
that back in the day, and it made you want to do
it,
better.
even with the funding part, we shouldn't even be depending on the government to give us funding for something that us as a whole, being that we have the biggest buying power, we have some of the biggest buying power in this country, and yet we don't use that to our advantage. You know what I'm
True.
saying? So we
Yeah.
should be supporting each other. Like instead of going over here and buying from these Koreans, or no offense to no other nationality I'm naming, or white people or something, we should be buying from our own. We should be buying from our own people and not asking for those damn discounts that we wouldn't get from the Koreans anyways. We should be supporting each
what?
other in our own community. And I mean, for me, I try to buy black owned all the time. Like
Child, I
most,
do too, but sometimes those black will be pricey. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
and
because it's
I get
harder
it.
for
I
them
get it.
because they gotta pay a lot to survive in the whatever
Exactly.
business
And
they
so,
got. That's why, which
Yeah, I
sucks.
understand. I try to help out the fellow. Give us some support, but
That's right.
it's like some of the stuff that we buy from. Like I buy clothes from this place called Cole's Closet and Charlie's Angels. Those are clothing places, nice clothes. But the clothes that one like an outfit can cost like $39.90, might cost $20 on Amazon. They may charge like $40, $50 for it. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, that's true.
well, Amazon and Walmart do that crap on purpose. They're trying to put
Hmm.
those people out of business.
Yeah, they do. They
That
do.
Amazon does that crap on purpose. Amazon and
Walmart, yeah, like you said.
Right.
Walmart. And I've worked for Walmart. Walmart is a dirty, dirty company, and I understand not everybody has money to go out here and spend because you got to survive. At the end of the day, you gotta survive, take care of all. And I don't want nobody to feel like I'm judging or looking down or saying anything mean. I'm just saying when you get the opportunity, go out there and support somebody who's black. Find
Hmm.
some.
And I'm
Just,
down with it. I'm down with it. I'm down with
every
it.
every little bit helps. That's all I'm trying to really pass on. Every little bit helps. You just, you know instead of you got an extra $2, go buy it from Big Joe versus Walmart. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
It
saying
is.
you gotta buy. No, because I understand money tight. It's tight and it's getting tighter. So I
Oh
get
yeah.
it. I get it. I get it. I'm not trying, and I don't want nobody to walk away thinking I'm trying to shame or I'm stuck up or I'm not. I understand everybody's situation is different. Everybody's pockets are different, and I ain't trying to be in nobody's pockets because I don't want nobody in my pockets. Let me tell you.
Nah, if you get
'Cause
the thing, do it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing
I'm
wrong with
just
it.
trying
Right.
to. I just want to like spread a little, like I said, spread a little positive energy. Like one thing people don't know, and maybe one day I'll talk about it, is that go to I do donate extra food I have to food banks, and I do go and I work at a food bank when I have time. Like, you be amazed all the, and I be sick a lot. Like I said, last couple of days I've been sick. I be sick and I be always
Look at
at the gas
Trisha.
station. That's what
Yeah.
that.
Trisha,
Truth is just wrong.
great.
Oh, wait a minute, I had it on here. Oh, dang, I missed that one. I was trying to read it too.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's so true, Maya.
I
Trisha
be
said
trying.
I had to tell a few people out when I had my own business, trying to tell me that they can get it from such and such for this price, and I told them take your to such and
That's what we do. That's what we
That, but
do.
that,
I don't
we
do it to
got to have
people.
better customer service.
I don't do that to people, but I
you
see
know
people
what?
do that.
No, you know what, and you know what, Trish, that's what you do. That's what you need to do, and I agree with that. Don't be going to no black person that, well, I can get it. Then take your ass
Yeah.
over there. Then
If I see it and it's too much, then I just don't get it. But I don't say, "Oh, this is too much." I get it. I
Now,
know
cause
why they
it's
have to
like
charge more because
it's
they
not.
paying more.
right, cause it's just like belittling them and what they're trying to
Yeah,
do.
because
You trying to say that person
they paying
that
more.
they price ain't worth it, and you trying to say all the achievement they try. You trying to poo poo on somebody, a business owner, because you know what? Being that I have my own black business thing that I be doing, and you and Chris know I be doing my own
I feel
little
you,
thing,
Trish.
and I get people who want to come at me sideways. We want me to do stuff, but want to come at me, but don't want to pay me. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, well, okay, don't go to so and so who's cheaper. Like, that's what I tell them. And then they come back, and now the price done doubled. Now what? Because I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. So now they're like, but I thought you said the price was. I said that was the price before you went over there and asked them to do it, and then they told you no, and now you want to come back and think I'm gonna be cheaper. No, 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 no. The price went up because you went over there. That cost you money to come back over here. So I'm a ruthless
That's true,
business
Maya.
person.
That's true. They will
I'm
go back
ruthless.
the newest Jordans, the newest iPhone, newest everything, but they're gonna tell you your product's expensive. Wearing
Exactly.
Gucci,
Exactly.
they wearing Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that, but they gonna tell you your product's expensive.
Exactly. You can go do all that, but you can't come up with a few extra dollars to support somebody that has the same has a dream and has the same skin color as you. What kind of messed up? See, that's what I'm talking about, Monica. That's where we as a whole are messing up, because we already have so much against us, and yet we don't understand that we have to move as a union. We all have to be on the same page, and
Right.
we not,
Right.
we
Right.
not, and that's what hurts us every time.
It
So
does.
like when I see women, like one of the new things I've been noticing, a lot of Black women opening like candle stuff. Like I buy candles all the time from women. Startup business. Look, I don't care if you are Black owned. I will buy some products from you. Just because. Just because. I may not even use it. I'm one of those people that'll buy it and give it to somebody else as a gift. And let them know where I got it from. So, just to let you know, that was just as good as quality as the other person. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It may give somebody an idea. It may give somebody an idea like, oh, I could do this myself. Or I could, you know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
give a good idea to somebody. Just be supportive. I believe firmly in that. I try to watch as many Black content creators as I can, just to be supportive. I be watching now. If I don't watch you while you live, I watch people on the replay. So that's why I usually just thumbs up. Like Lala, I be watching yours on replay sometimes because I be busy doing Lord knows what.
Hey, long as you watch, thank you very much. But I gotta get on off here because I do my little hump day push. So I gotta get on off here. It's nice chatting with y'all. And y'all have some happy, everybody in the chat and everybody on the line. Have a nice Thanksgiving. Eat good, eat well, and gain a
Oh,
few pounds.
see, Lala, don't be doing that too. Don't be doing
Yeah,
that
it
too.
is.
I'm gonna try to gain some.
You
I'm gonna
sneaking
Okay,
gain some
out of them
okay.
real
pounds.
I'm about to say,
uh,
Lala, you trying to
doing
make sure
camera.
everybody else gains some weight, so you be out here looking all cute.
I'm having a
Yeah.
seafood boil, so
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna bake
going to
sweet
Lala's
potatoes.
house. I'm going to Lala's house. She's coming with I heard seafood.
Tomorrow.
I'm going
And
to Lala's
I'm
house.
making me a sweet potato cake too. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, see,
So,
I'm going. Lala,
Hey, Angie. Hey, Angie.
where's Lala?
hey Angie,
Where's Lala
I'm in
at, Monica?
Kentucky. Kentucky.
Oh,
Oh, you a red
oh.
state. She a red state, child, like me. She a red state.
Get on up out here. Two below Mississippi. You know what Eddie Griffin
That,
said about two below Mississippi? It was two brothers down there, but now they below. He didn't say brothers. Yeah, he said below.
I've been to Lexington. Girl, look, I could stop and give me some
Yeah, I'm
Jim
in
Beam.
Lexington. Come on
Stop and
through.
next. You look. Don't say that, and then I just show up. Don't be like, wait. I was
I know
just
she really
playing.
came. Come on, get you some. Get you some seafood. Come on.
You know me.
I'm gonna get my on off here.
I
But
got
thank y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be
you
good.
too.
All
You
right,
have
you
a
too,
good
Lala.
Happy Turkey
Bye.
Day.
I will. I will.
You have a good, blessed holiday. Hey,
Oh,
Christine.
Monica.
Oh, yeah. Texas is a red state. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Monica. You next on my list of people I'm gonna run up and see. Because
Oh,
you know how like last time I didn't get to you, but that's okay because next I got because you gonna take a little bit because I gotta see Miss Jayla because I gotta have a moment with Jayla.
child. Let Jayla be Jayla.
Mama, can I go Can I go slap somebody?
Hey,
Jayla out here putting hands up.
child, she
Yeah.
ain't touch nobody. Trust me. She ain't touch nobody.
I know she be like, look, Mama said I could do it, but I ain't gonna do it because I got other things to do. But I'm just letting you know,
Yeah,
don't play with me.
right. But
Oh,
yeah. I'm trying to look. I don't got my little sweet potatoes on, child. I got my little turkey breast boiling. Look, I'm so behind, but I'm gonna catch up. Look, I
Oh,
ain't worried about it.
I'm behind too, but that's okay. I got off work early today.
Me
Cause
too. I got off by 1:45.
I got off like 12 something, got home. Um I gotta run to the store in a little bit. Well, actually I just gotta run and pick up stuff because I already ordered it. So they just gonna bring it out to the car because I'm lazy and I don't want to be up in there with all them crazy people
Child, the grocery
because
store so packed.
that's what I'm saying.
Tell 'em.
I just pull into my little stall. Y'all can just bring it out and drop it in my car, and I will be gone. So I got to go pick that stuff up. And then I went to the butcher and lost my mind and bought a prime rib. Lost my mind. Lost my mind. I'm just gonna say that. Like how much I paid for it,
Uh-huh.
I lost my mind. I
Child.
lost it, and I need to go find it. And along with all that money I paid for this prime rib. And I'm gonna tell you this much: my daddy messed up this prime rib this year. I'm gonna be looking for a new daddy. Hmm
Girl. Child,
Like my daddy gonna be looking for a new home. So Monica, he might be calling you because he might need a new home. I'm like, you gonna have to get out.
don't do your dad like that, child.
You gonna have to get out. I don't know what you were thinking, but you gonna have to get out. That was not a cheap piece of meat that you just messed up at
Child,
all.
I got to get these sweet potato pies in the oven and make the pecan pie. Got to make the cake. Got to. I think I ain't gonna do this macaroni till tomorrow morning. I know
Oh,
you,
I gotta get my cheese and stuff for my macaroni.
girl. The Velveeta's on sale. I was like, Lord, I got the Velveeta at the wrong time.
I don't know what people be thinking. Y'all don't know. Y'all have to wait like the week of Thanksgiving, and that's when everything. You go in the store on Sunday, the week before, or Sunday, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Everything is on sale. You can get everything you need on sale. You get two for whatever, and I be stocking up because that's when I buy all the butter. I be sitting there
Wow.
buying all the butter. I buy all the butter and then go home and freeze it. And
What kind of butter do you buy? I like the Blue Bunny.
I get the challenge. What other one do I get? I get the there's another one that's expensive butter, but I be getting the expensive and it has the four things in there.
Uh,
Yes, I do. There's challenge. There's another one. It's Land O'Lakes. I be getting Land O'Lakes butter. I be getting the salted and the unsalted. And what I do, and there's a trick, people, when you see it on sale, like two for, because you can get it for like two for $4 or something like that. So you go and don't come up to my town doing this because then I'm gonna have to fight you because this is what I do every year. So I go during that Sunday Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, they're gonna be mad because they have to bring all that stuff out to the car this year. But I go and I buy a whole bunch of butter. I buy like 16 packs of butter. I don't have to buy butter for the rest of the year. I don't buy butter for the rest of the year. We be having butter all year long. So
well,
I buy butter once a year because I be waiting for Thanksgiving. And the other time it's good is during Christmas, like
yeah,
that Sunday before Christmas. You
yeah.
go and you buy up all the butter then too. So usually I spread it out. I buy a lot of butter on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and then I also buy a whole bunch of butter on the Sunday before Christmas. Even though I don't be cooking like that, but I got butter. I be always having butter. I always got butter and sugar, cause you never know.
Yeah. Child, us, we got buttered chicken. But child, I had went and bought me a honey baked ham. You
Mm.
know, child, I been for Christmas. I might be making my own ham. $80 about $100 for a damn honey baked ham.
Oh, I bought a prime rib, an 8 pound prime rib. We ain't gonna talk about your $80. Like my prime rib was ridiculous. I about passed out in the floor when that girl told me how much this rib
Really,
cost her.
child, I like to hit the floor. What I said, I had budget. I said, child, I ain't gonna pay nobody $60, $70 for this ham.
That
You
same
know,
thing I was
you said
thinking.
88 such and such. I said, dang.
And of course, I'm the only black person up in the butcher, so now I can't be act like I'm broke or anything or I'm poor, especially when I got out my car, because you know how black the white folks be looking at you like, she thinks she
Mm,
one of them. I am one of them. I
child.
am one of them. You just mad because you ain't one of me, anyways. Don't look at me and don't act like you don't realize my hair is luscious and beautiful. Even though in the picture it's all right, but in person my hair is luscious and beautiful. Now leave me alone.
Child.
And it's mine. Mhm.
Okay. I
Mhm.
know Trisha, but I promise to God, y'all, the times that I attempted to cook a ham in a crock pot, child, I don't even want to talk about it. I overcooked it.
Wait. You cooked? Okay. Well, no, we gonna have to have that story time. You gonna tell us about that one? Mhm.
I tried it twice and I messed up both times, child. My kid wouldn't eat that ham, child. I had to try it. I was like, this ham is overcooked. It's brown. Uh-uh.
Okay, wait. How are you cooking a ham in a crock pot? Am I the only one
Y'all
that
trying
can't
to
do
find these recipes online and the best it up. I said, Monica. So next year, for Christmas, because I done bought this honey baked ham, but I said I'm just gonna imitate. I know you need brown sugar, that cherry stuff, and my mama she put a little pineapple and
Yeah, you're supposed to use
yeah,
sliced pineapples and put on there. Get a toothpick and you stick them all over. Yeah.
child. Look, I tried creaming, but look, I done already bought the honey baked ham. That could have saved me about about $50, $60. Whew.
I mean, in my family, my mom used to cook what for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Let's see, Christmas she cooked ham because she used the ham because we wouldn't eat all that ham. So she cooked ham, turkey, and a little bit of a prime. We had lots of meat. I miss my mama now. I think about it because that woman used to be in there cooking for like days. She'd be in there for like 2 days preparing for Christmas and Thanksgiving. See, if my mom was still alive, I'd be smelling her cooking right now. She'd be already had the green beans, working on the green beans and having yeah. And I'm so lazy. I will tell you all that right now. I'm lazy and I miss my mama because she used to try to get me to go in there and help her cook. I'm like, nope.
Trisha, look at that, Christine. Look what Trisha done threw shade at me.
What
About
she, what she
you better
say?
inbox with us when you cook your ass. When y'all cook my ham, I better inbox with y'all because I don't need to be messing up my ham. I will. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, you might want to do that, Monica, because I don't believe in messing up meat like that. I know how to cook a ham. I don't eat ham like that, but I know how to cook one.
Honey, that honey baked ham be fine. It be fine. But it's
I'm
expensive.
I'm
When
just
they
not
had
a.
the nerve to have a little chocolate cake they have on sale, they have dressing. I'm like, Lord, this could be
Mm,
somebody's whole meal and they ain't gotta cook nothing.
that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get some hungry man dinners.
But your dad was saying no.
My dad was like, "Hungry who?" You know, last year I kept talking about pizza. I'm like, we gonna have pizza.
You did say y'all were gonna have pizza for Christmas.
I actually did cook
I
though.
bet his dad said she is the worst. I miss my wife.
I know. He was like, well, no, actually, he was kind of like, okay, that's cool, because
Uh-uh.
your mama never let us have pizza for Christmas, because my mom always asked us what we wanted for like dinner for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and
Uh,
I was that one child who always talked about pizza or hamburgers or tacos, and my mom was like, okay, everybody get a vote, but Chrissy don't get to vote because her ass is always gonna say something. You don't get to vote. So the
shit.
last year she was alive, she was like, my niece was like, I would like, and my mom was like, okay. And then she said, your auntie don't get to vote. She lost all voting privileges long ago because she always be trying to get some damn pizza.
Instead, I'm gonna need for you to do better, child.
I love pizza. I love pizza. I love tacos. There you go. And I like fried. Look, I had chicken wings the first year my mom passed
Mhm.
that Christmas. Let me tell you, we had chicken wings. We had collard greens. Okay, I messed those collard greens all the way up.
Hey, Philly girl, Philly girl, Philly girl, Philly girl.
What
Happy
else do we have?
Thanksgiving.
We had cornbread. I had mac and cheese. I had stovetop stuffing. Even though my mom probably was rolling over in her grave because I had stovetop stuffing. Because
Oh
she's like,
no.
I used to have fits because my mom wouldn't cook no damn stovetop stuffing. Like everybody got something they wanted but me. I couldn't have no pizza. I couldn't have no stovetop stuffing. I
Well,
wasn't
you
allowed to have
weird.
no.
You're weird.
I couldn't have no hamburger. I couldn't have no tacos. I was like, well, I don't want the rest of this stuff. My mom used to just tell me to eat the damn collard greens and shut up.
You're weird.
Eat the damn collard greens and shut up, Chrissy. We tired of you. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And I fixed mashed potatoes too and gravy. Okay, I messed them collard greens up. I had to learn the hard way
Girl, how
how to
you
cook.
mess up collard greens? All you got to do is clean them real well, cut them up and throw them
Okay, well,
in a pot or a crock pot and with some turkey tails or some ham hock. But you,
okay, I was good up to I cleaned them, I cut them up really well, I did all that part, and then when you get the fat back or whatever kind of you use, well, I used too big of one, and then I put way too much salt in there, and next thing you know,
uh,
it was just a salt mess. It just was too dang salty, and I messed up them collard greens. I was so hot. There was no saving them. There was none. That was my first time actually cooking collard greens by myself. Like that was my first time, and I learned a lesson. And I never did that again because I messed around and had them. I don't know if anybody else has this
I have
tradition.
messed up so much food at one time trying to cook. But I thank God when I'm at now, child. I'm gonna think I'm gonna be good. I think I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna thank.
Well, I mean, some things I could cook, but some things I never really paid attention to cooking because I always had my mom or my grandmama.
My
And now that they all done passed away, it's like, man, now I gotta learn how to do this stuff myself. I should have been paying attention instead of running the street.
child, my mom, she tell us all the time, tell me all the time to get in the kitchen. Child,
I,
say no
I
man.
I did get in the kitchen. I cook a macaroni and cheese, and I like ain't nobody touching my mac. My mom didn't even realize I could cook a good macaroni. I made that macaroni cheese for her one Christmas, and she was like, "You always knew how to do this?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Huh?" She goes, "That's probably why you had a husband, huh? Your butt can cook after all.
Child, my
You
mama was
just don't
like,
want to cook." And I was like, "Exactly. I don't want to
y'all,
cook."
I swear to God, I told my mama I was gonna have a maid.
Huh?
I told my mama I was gonna have a cook.
Have a chef.
Yep.
Little did you know that your kids were gonna have a chef and a maid.
Yep. They mess up their room every day and I sweep it.
See, see, my mom. Yeah, I was that child. I was always in charge of the cleanup crew because there's always the one. There's always the kid that didn't really help cook, but they were the ones that would clean up the kitchen because that's their job and wrap everything up and make sure everybody gets their plates to take off. That was my job. I made sure everybody got their plates, the kitchen was clean, so my mom would wake up the next day, everything clean, put away. That was my job. That's always been my job. So
No.
so don't think I didn't do nothing. It's just that I just didn't shine on the cooking part. And Lord
Yeah.
knows my sister definitely didn't cook because she was too busy bringing home these pound puppies. Like every year she was able to date. Let me tell you, she brought home a different pound puppy every year. I was like, Lord, what is this one?
Child, if you jealous, say you jealous.
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't bring no pound puppies home like that. Look, no, my family is ruthless.
I will in a minute, son. Uh-huh.
Then she finally brought one home, and she brought him home for a couple of years, and I was like, okay. And we actually got to like that one, and then she got rid of him, and then now she got her husband, and I was like, well, at least they had pretty kids together.
Child, don't be like that.
At least my niece and my nephews are cute.
Don't even be like that, child.
Like other than that, I don't know what else he's good for, but maybe that's between him and her. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not my business. I'm gonna stay up out their business like that. But at least At least my niece and nephews are cute. Like they're just adorable, all of them. They're a little crazy, but they cute.
Child, all of them crazy, even mine.
They little crazy.
Jamel, leave my computer alone.
Mm. Mm.
Child, I got to go. This boy worried me about the remote. So
Okay, well, everybody, it was nice talking to you. It's nice to leave everything. Are you
Miss
gonna do a live
Laverne,
tomorrow?
Laverne, you coming at the end of the live, Miss Laverne.
Yeah,
Tell
Miss
Miss
Laverne.
Laverne, hey, Christine.
Hey, Miss Laverne, how you doing? Oh, hi, Miss Angie. Hi, was Nancy here? How's Miss Nancy doing?
Up in here. I know Trisha, Philly Girl, and Miss Laverne just pulled up.
Oh,
Laverne,
Miss
how you
Laverne.
doing today? Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I wanted to say that happy Thanksgiving, guys, to you guys and your guys' family. I do
Yes.
want to let you guys know that tomorrow we're just gonna. I probably go live like by 9 o'clock because I know everybody be about settled back because everybody be through eating by then. So I'll be live by 9 o'clock tomorrow. We're gonna I guess we're gonna listen to some music and kick back for a minute.
Okay.
So
I'll be there for a few minutes, but I gotta go to work on Friday. So
girl, I am off there. Let me have it off. Lord, thank you. I can rest. I can sleep in.
yeah, no, I don't get that off. I took off early today, so I'm gonna have to work that out on Friday. I'm not working tomorrow.
Well, that's good.
I could go.
But when we had the Ahmad Arbery situation, I just went ahead and decided to go live.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but
yeah, I thought they was gonna go all into next week, but it's over with now.
Shoot, they like we got some turkey to eat. We ain't got time for this. I don't want to come back here. Look at these mofos. Mm-mm.
Right.
Mm-mm. I'm just shocked, but I'm happy. I'm shocked, but I'm happy.
Yes, ma'am. So, guys, that's all that I have for tonight, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out if you haven't. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow evening. Look, bring your wine, bring your liquor. We just gonna kick back and
Oh, okay. Everybody bring wine and liquor.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody. Have a happy Turkey Day.
You too.